Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. You know that feeling when you take a deep breath and it seems to go on forever? Well, today we're diving into something mind-bending, the intersection of infinity, mathematics, and the very essence of breath itself. We're exploring how ancient wisdom and modern mathematics converge in ways that will completely change how you think about both breathing and infinity.
And what's fascinating is how these concepts have evolved from ancient philosophical ideas to rigorous mathematical frameworks.
Let's start with something that might surprise our listeners. There's actually a deep connection between breath and spirit across different cultures, right?
Absolutely. It's really interesting. The Latin word spiritus literally means both breath and spirit. This isn't just a coincidence. It appears across many ancient cultures.
That's incredible. And this connects to mathematics. How exactly?
Well, in the late 1800s, a mathematician named Georg Cantor developed something revolutionary, the theory of transfinite numbers. But what's really fascinating is how he was influenced by Spinoza's philosophical ideas about infinity.
Wait, so you're saying there's a direct link between philosophical ideas about infinity and actual mathematical theory?
Exactly. According to recent research published in November 2023, Cantor's work on transfinite numbers was deeply influenced by Spinoza's conception of actual infinity.
That's fascinating. Can you break down what transfinite actually means for our listeners?
Think of it as going beyond the finite, but in a structured, mathematical way. Cantor showed there are different sizes of infinity, which was revolutionary at the time.
And this connects to breath. How?
Well, in many cultures, breath is seen as this infinite, continuous force. In Hinduism, they call it prana. It's not just breath, but the vital life force that flows through everything.
Oh, like in Chinese culture too, right?
Yes, they have qi or qi, same concept. It's this essential life force that flows through the body. It's central to practices like Tai Chi and Qigong.
It's amazing how these ancient concepts seem to parallel modern mathematical ideas.
And what's really interesting is how breath appears in literature throughout history. According to recent research, breath has been a powerful literary device across different time periods and cultures.
Can you give us an example?
Well, in classical literature, breath was often seen as the bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. The Greeks used the term pneuma to describe both breath and spirit.
That's fascinating. And this idea of breath as a bridge, it kind of mirrors how transfinite numbers bridge different types of infinity, doesn't it?
Exactly. And recent studies in breath analysis are showing us just how complex and information-rich our breath really is.
Tell us more about that.
According to research published in July 2024, breath contains countless metabolites that can tell us about what's happening in our bodies. It's like each breath is a story of our physical state.
So our breath is literally infinite in its complexity?
In a way, yes. The number of different compounds and their interactions is astronomical. It's another example of how the finite and infinite intersect in nature.
You know what's interesting? We're seeing this echo effect in modern culture too, aren't we?
Yes, there's actually been recent discussion about what's called echo culture, where ideas and expressions get repeated and amplified across society.
Almost like a mathematical sequence that keeps going?
Precisely. And just like Cantor's transfinite numbers, these echoes can create different levels or hierarchies of meaning.
This is mind-bending stuff. Let's take a step back. How does understanding all this change how we think about breath?
Well, when we breathe, we're participating in something that's both deeply personal and infinitely vast. Each breath connects us to this endless cycle of life.
And mathematically speaking?
Mathematically, it's like we're touching different orders of infinity, from the countable infinity of our individual breaths to the uncountable infinity of their possible variations.
That's beautiful. It makes me think differently about something as simple as taking a breath.
And that's exactly what Cantor's work did for mathematics. It made people think differently about something as fundamental as counting.
You mentioned earlier about Spinoza's influence on Cantor. Can you elaborate on that?
According to the 2023 research, Cantor used Spinoza's philosophical framework to help justify his mathematical discoveries about different sizes of infinity.
It's amazing how philosophy and mathematics came together like that.
Yes, and it's still happening today. Modern researchers are finding new connections between ancient wisdom and contemporary mathematics.
Speaking of connections, let's talk about how breath appears in different cultural traditions.
In ancient Egypt, they believed gods created life by breathing into clay figures. This idea of breath as a creative force appears across many cultures.
That's fascinating. And how does this relate to our modern understanding?
Well, modern breath research is showing us just how complex and information-rich our breath really is. It's like those ancient cultures intuited something we're just now proving scientifically.
So we're seeing this convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science?
Exactly. And what's particularly interesting is how these ideas echo across different fields, from mathematics to medicine to literature.
Can you give us an example from literature?
Recent literary studies have shown how breath appears as a powerful symbol across different time periods and cultures, often representing the connection between finite and infinite existence.
That's really profound. It's like breath is this universal symbol that connects everything.
And that's exactly what makes it so powerful. It's both deeply personal and universally shared.
Let's talk about the practical implications of all this.
Well, understanding breath's complexity has led to new developments in medical diagnosis. According to recent research, breath analysis could become a powerful diagnostic tool.
So we're literally reading the story of our health in our breath?
Exactly. The 2024 research shows that breath contains numerous metabolites that can serve as biomarkers for various conditions.
It's amazing how something so simple can be so complex.
And that's really the heart of transfinite mathematics, too, finding the complex patterns within seemingly simple things.
As we wrap up, what's the big takeaway for our listeners?
I think it's that every breath we take connects us to something infinite, whether you look at it mathematically, spiritually, or scientifically.
That's beautiful. And it gives new meaning to the phrase, take a deep breath.
Indeed. Each breath is both countably finite and uncountably infinite, just like Cantor's transfinite numbers.
This has been fascinating. Any final thoughts?
Just remember, every time you breathe, you're participating in something that bridges the finite and infinite. It's both deeply personal and universally shared.
Thank you for joining us on Copilot Podcasts. Next time you take a breath, remember, you're touching infinity.